Song.
What is this?
They did a song about it.
You know, if you see your own vinegar stroke, you turn to stone.
I hear that, actually. That's what happened to Pompeii.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was...
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Tangent Podcast, episode 199 for the week of January 7th, 2019. I'm your host, Brian Thomas, alongside politician himself, Brandon Cox.
What up?
Beacon of Light, Anthony Salvatore.
Hello.
And God Mike back there, Steven Sell.
Oh, hello.
Oh, look at that video.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, what's going on?
And we're the podcast for the site pixelatedpoints.com, and we are changing a lot of things up, actually. So we're no longer going to be doing the drunken news and under your thumb. We're going to be making some changes. Actually, episode 200 next week, January 10th, is when we're recording, so you'll probably get it January 14th, that following Monday. You'll have... we're going to be launching a Patreon. We're going to have a $1, $5, and $10 tier. So if you like this content, if you enjoy anything that we've done, and you want to see us continue to do those things, you really need to either shit or get off the pot. You need to let us know if you like what we've been doing, what you actually want to see from us. So any feedback would be helpful.
Any level of support would be helpful.
Any level of support would be helpful. Social media, follow us on @PXLPTS or @tangent_podcast, and you can retweet us. If you don't want to give us any money, that's totally fine, but you do want to support us, start showing that on social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. But yeah, more details to come next week. But this week, I think we're just going to be talking more about the games that we've been playing during the week. And we're not really... Brandon, I know you're not playing something new. You're revisiting an old game.
Yeah. Oldie but goodie.
And
Well, depends who you talk to.
I'll be.
Yeah.
He'll be the judge.
I'll be the judge of that for sure. But Brandon, you sent us some news this week.
I did, yeah.
I did want to mention, so you have them printed out, and I'm not going to lie to you, I came unprepared and ill-advised.
I saw him.
Well, the problem was you put them in the text messages,
Yeah,
so I have no way to...
I lost
to make some moves
I lost
on that.
the thing that we put the.
It's
You
okay.
lost the email? You deleted our email?
Oh
Shane?
yeah.
Unbelievable.
Like,
Anyways,
what the fuck is that?
I forgot it was part of the email, but I got them.
okay. So the first one that we have comes from Waypoint, which is from Patrick Klepek, and he wrote, basically it's an op-ed about why the side missions in Red Dead Redemption 2 don't actually matter. So if you want to read the full opinion piece by Patrick, you absolutely should. I'm not going to read it.
you highlighted it.
You highlighted it. I have opinions about this. So he was basically saying how that they don't really encourage you to do these things. They don't encourage you to go hunting. They don't really encourage you to go fishing or doing any of the side missions are different, but just kind of like those.
I didn't even figure those to be side missions,
right. Like
so
you don't think
that's part
of.
of...
It's just part of the world. And what he did, you should absolutely read the article. So go over it, give him the click, and read for sure. Well, I like Patrick.
But I hate Vice, so...
Well, it's interesting that it came from Vice because Vice doesn't usually do video games, and this is something I follow on Facebook. That's sort
How'd you
of
even find this on.
Waypoint.
Well, 'cause I like
Waypoint is their video game.
yeah. I like Vice in general.
Old Vice was good.
Yeah.
New Vice is shit.
What about Vice City?
The best
greatest
of all
thing, yeah.
vices.
But
I don't have many vices myself.
Just masturbation.
nice.
Is that really a vice?
Not up
For
for
me.
shut up, right?
No. Anyways, let's get back to.
That you're...
So I read the article, and the reason I picked the article is because everybody's been all over Red Dead, and I thought, oh, this is interesting. It's kind of a different take. So I looked
on
into
Red
it.
Dead for the side missions or in general?
Just in general, it's got a lot of people's game of the year.
It's the new hotness.
Yeah.
And,
And this guy, he played it, and it seemed like he had a good opinion of it originally, but now he has a bad opinion. I think the title is a little bit suspect because
it's called clickbait.
Yeah,
you got to get them in. You got to draw them in.
You got him in very
with
well.
the flash.
Yeah.
It's
the
true.
flash,
Yeah, it is true. Because he seems to have a big gripe about the side content.
You weren't gullible.
Yeah. He seems to have a big gripe about the side content, and he seems to. I think he goes too far. I think he has a rational gripe, and I can understand that. But he seems like he tries to make
gripe because you still haven't said it.
The gripe is, it doesn't encourage me to do this side content. He even says like Breath of the Wild, Far Cry 3. He said I don't even like Far Cry 3, but yeah, I still felt compelled to do the side content, and he felt like there's no reason for me to do the side content. It's just busybody stuff, right? You just,
I agree.
You're just going through emotions.
I agree with him 100% on that because I did feel like even Far Cry 3 and 4, not so much 5, but 3 and 4, I really wanted to go hunting. I really wanted to upgrade these things because it really did help me out in the long run. I feel like with Red Dead Redemption 2, I didn't hunt legendary beasts like I did in the first one. I didn't upgrade anything. Like, I don't even know what you could do with the things. Like, can you upgrade your bandolier and, like, hold more ammo?
The problem is, like, the problem I had with it, it was over cumbersome. It's not just hunt this legendary skin. You need to get a perfect pelt. Like, for a rabbit going by, and the only way you can do this is you need a vermin rifle to do it. And it became this whole, like, it's already a very long game in and of itself. You got to put in another $100 just doing that.
To me, that's actually a hallmark of the game, is that the systems are somewhat complex, and in that way, they do encourage you to sort of, if you want to learn them and use them.
Again,
right?
but I agree with you on
that's
that.
for me. That's a particular
right, because like you say, they're there if you want.
Yeah,
they don't encourage you to do it whatsoever. There's never once a moment where they kind of push you towards that. It's just, hey, you need to learn how to hunt to feed the camp.
Which you actually don't have to do.
Which you don't have to do, right? So at one point, like, they introduce it to you, but they never do it in a clever way to make you compelled to do it. And I agree with Patrick on this 100%, that, like, I never felt compelled to go fishing. I never felt compelled to hunt deer. If I saw a legendary thing, I would try and track it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really interesting for me. Like, getting the Arabian horse was very, very interesting for me because that helped me out tremendously.
Yeah.
I was able to go faster for longer. Phrasing.
And there are advantages to crafting items and stuff like that. And I think Rockstar does it in a somewhat subtle way, while other games may do more linear in a sense, and sort of point saying, hey, do this thing and you get this. Rockstar, I think they did it more a little nuanced.
Well, they just made it part of the world, which is fine.
And the world is very engrossing, and sort of to do this stuff is part of the world. And I think, it's not. He's right in the sense you're not being handheld, but I think he's ignoring the fact that hunting and crafting is part of this larger mosaic. That
it wasn't, like you said, it wasn't necessarily.
It wasn't necessary, but I feel to ignore that stuff, you're also ignoring the larger picture of it.
Well, you just enjoy the wilderness, the world that they created.
Yeah, like I never felt like something was missing because I wasn't doing it. And I can see the argument that you're making, and you know what, like, that's your opinion, and that's totally fine. I just happen to disagree. And I think that, like, I never for 1 second was like, you know what, I feel like I want to go do that. I never felt like you never needed to do that. And I never felt like I wanted to. The side missions and side interactions that you would find on the side of the road, absolutely are.
Well, the Easter eggs, there's a lot of stuff.
There's lots of stuff in the game, but it's just, I don't know. It's like Anthony said, it's already like an 80+ hour game that I don't need to go hunt for just hunting's sake.
The legendaries were easier than finding, like I said, it's not only do you need a legendary, you need a perfect elk pelt, perfect rabbit pelt, perfect, like, you need 5 things that are perfect on top of the legendary.
To get one item of
a suit.
Of a suit.
Of
and
a
it's
hat,
just like,
a pants, everything. And
it's a lot.
I didn't finish it. I put a lot of hours into it.
No, he definitely has a point. There's one thing about the article I don't like. It seems too casual. I feel like
that's their way of writing.
I know. I don't like it.
Well, then don't read their shit.
Well, no, I think he has a good point. I think it's just too casual. It's just, you don't know me. I feel like the way the writing is like he assumes sort of
that his audience
intimacy with the audience that
they know who he is.
Maybe he has established himself in that in the video game industry, which I can tell you that he has, and you as an outsider maybe looking in might be.
Was this the first piece of work that you've seen from?
No, I read Waypoint all the time.
All right.
Some of the stuff is not
good.
Directed.
I understand.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Okay. Do you want to go to the next piece of news, or
what is the next piece of news? I'll tell you if I
have
talk
two. one involves Soldier Boy and one doesn't.
Oh my god! I saw the Soldier Boy.
Let's Superman that hoe.
Okay.
You.
So the title of this news story is Soldier Boy's iffy console has already been pulled to the surprise of no one.
Who wrote this?
Soldier Boy.
Austin Wood.
From
I want to say, I didn't write it down.
What's the?
Go ahead.
You typed this. I thought you
I can check.
had a boss up. I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, that was the. I tried printing that, and that was his tweet.
Yep.
All right, somebody you explain what it is. I have no idea.
So Soldier Boy decided that he was going to sell. Soldier Boy
was a rapper,
and a washed-up rapper.
Oh, yeah,
That
okay.
decided he was going to sell emulated consoles. So a handheld that basically had a bunch of old emulated games.
China does.
Including Nintendo
They are. They're
stuff.
That's exactly what they are. They're Chinese consoles that he rebranded to make them Soldier Boy consoles. These
And-
consoles included. Hold on. The Soldier Boy game console, Soldier Game handheld, Retro Soldier Boy Mini, and Soldier Game Fuse. Which actually I kind of like the name of that. But
none of those. Are.
So
I don't see what the problem is.
So he basically said Nintendo ain't gonna do shit, is basically what he said. And
Nintendo don't do shit with China, so I don't know.
Well,
He's not wrong.
they did. Shit, I guess.
if you go to soldierboygame.com, it redirects you to the eShop. They
Well, they just stole his domain. That's no big deal.
They gave him a cease and assist, and now he basically took everything down and took all his tweets back and
What an idiot. He should have just
doubled down on
Yeah, doubled down. Went to China.
it. Well, I mean,
so my thing is
Can't get him there.
well the Chinese. Can
does he want to live
Do
there?
the
though?
Chinese give a shit? No.
Do you want to go to China?
don't-
That's the real question.
I appreciate his enthusiasm. He's a gamer. He's a well-known gamer. He's out there.
Sure.
Definitely not a well-known
Yeah.
rapper. And
Well, he
fucking know
was
who
like
he
a
was.
decade ago.
He
but
had one hit song.
What was it?
Is he more popular
Superman.
of a gamer than a rapper?
Soldier boy up in it. Whoa, I've been cranking.
You see the guy? Yeah. Yeah, that dance and everything.
Superman. That
I kind of remember that.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah. It was a long time ago.
I don't know what he actually says.
It's like the cameraman stuff.
Yeah.
But now he tried to make games and he's not doing well.
No,
I guess he's not doing anything at all.
So why do you find this story interesting
Because
at all?
I appreciate his idea,
His rap,
his
or-
innovation. It just seems like he went. It just seems like he went to a very
Dark.
cheap way of doing it. Like he has the
Nothing about what he's doing is innovative. It's been done before.
Well, to make a gaming console, I think that takes a little bit of.
No,
An
he's
emulated gaming console?
Well-
Are you fucking shitting me?
Not the idea that just the idea is like, hey, I did this thing. I'm not doing it anymore.
was
I want to make a
making-
gaming console.
If he was
right?
making a video game, it'd be different.
The same thing with like Kurt Schilling in that
No.
game studio.
No, not even close.
Even though,
I'm gonna stop you
even
there.
though that ended poorly
No.
and he stole
No.
tons of money.
he didn't.
Allegedly.
Well,
allegedly.
I'm gonna stop you there. He took out a
Yeah.
loan and then he couldn't pay it back. That is not stealing
correct.
money.
So he had to
That is
sell-
defaulting on a loan.
Yeah.
And then his credit went in the toilet. He had to file bankruptcy. What he was doing was trying to create something new. Soldier Boy took existing consoles, rebranded those consoles, and then tried to sell them as his own with emulated ROMs on there, not his games. So what he is doing, he is basically just
yeah.
taking something, putting his name on it, and saying, "This is mine. I made this, and I'm making profits off of it." And people weren't having that. There is a big difference between him and Kurt Schilling. And if you think that there is any correlation, you're fucking high.
Well, I drew some
brother.
parallels.
End stop. Hard stop. What is it? End stop.
And just-
And scene.
Oh my God, there's another story there.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I know.
Here we go.
We knew
You're
that
welcome.
was- yeah.
You didn't do it on
Magic.
purpose.
Yeah, I did. Anyways, another fucking perfect
I didn't-
segue
oh, I
here
saw that, yeah.
is lawsuits.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
So Carlton from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Real name
So why did
Alfonso
you-
Ribeiro.
Why did you pick the? Because they're being sued by like everyone from the backpack.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think because of this kind of got the ball rolling.
Sure.
So Alfonso Ribeiro is suing Epic Games for stealing his dance.
Dance
The
that
Carlton dance from Fresh Prince of
which
Bel-Air.
he also stole.
Well,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
They're all trying to get on the Fortnite bandwagon,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They're trying to suckle at the teat of what is Fortnite. And sure, you can say like even Donald Faison from Scrubs.
Yeah, it's on here.
He did that's now in Fortnite, and the backpack kid with flossing, which Ninja fucking
What
absolutely
was Donald's
destroyed.
dance?
I don't know.
It was like a Scrubs.
It's a story.
He like points at and I can't do it. I'm not.
They
Gonna
did
try
a video comparison of all of them.
They're straight up like this is. This
So
is,
what you're saying is Fortnite's stealing all these celebrities' classy dances
and
not giving them
into emotes. Yeah.
Well, no, actually,
not giving them any money, royalty money.
I do think. I mean, you might agree with me or disagree with me.
I'll probably disagree, but we'll see.
I think they are entitled to something. It's
Okay.
intellectual property. Some people would say, no, it's a dance. You can't trademark a dance, and no, you can't. But it's kind of your baby, you know.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. Are there any,
you know what, I
like
wouldn't be
dance
able
choreography? Could you? Is the Thriller dance?
I don't think it is, though. I don't know.
Maybe.
If you came up with, if you came up with this whole routine,
I mean, if this goes to court, this is exactly what they'll be arguing.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna be saying, "Oh, I made this dance," and then Epic will be like, "No, you didn't. This guy made this dance." Or hopefully they won't do that because that'll make another lawsuit.
I think
I
what
don't know.
should happen is I think that Epic Games should just go, hey, you know what?
We did.
These are paying homage, if
Yeah.
you will, to these dances, and we weren't stealing them.
Yeah.
I think that if Epic just wanted to make it go away, I'm sure that they could fight it in court and probably win, but I think that it would be cool of them to say like, hey, listen,
Just pay
if
it
you
back.
don't want your dance in the game, we'll take it out. End of discussion. Just take it out because guess what? No one's going to give a shit about Backpack Kid if your floss dance isn't in Fortnite. Or no one's going to give a shit about a dance being removed from Fortnite. I'm sorry, but that game is so fucking huge right now that if Epic really wanted to flex its nuts and say, hey, listen, we'll just take it out.
What's whether you do it on good terms or bad?
Well, yeah,
That's-
I
Flex
mean,
nuts?
flex nuts, yes.
Yeah.
Flex nuts, if you will.
Quote,
Yeah,
end quote.
I think they should be happy about being in the game. I think they're some would see it as just a cash grab, just trying to get in the moment.
That's what I think. I think that they're trying to get a bag of cash out of Epic Games, which I think if Epic Games wanted to do the right thing, they could
could
be
pay.
like, hey, listen, we'll give you some royalties. We'll pay you a set amount to let us have it in there. But if you don't want your dance in there,
And they
we'll
could
remove
just-
it.
Yeah.
Which is, that's what I would want. Just, hey, Carlton, good dance. We're going to take it. People will love it.
Here's 0.00007%
People love
of an
Fortnite.
interest.
People love Carlton from Fresh Prince. It's a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
I actually don't
All right.
think they actually know who Carlton probably is from Fred. Like, half
They
the-
don't.
Well, I would say all the teenagers that play it don't.
they don't shit.
But all right, let's move on. Let's talk about games. You know
it's
what?
messy. It's
What are you
messy.
doing?
I'm going to tell you right now to go fuck yourself. You're on my show. I'm not
can't-
picking anything up for you. And then I'm going to tell Steve to mute your mic if you don't stop. Steve, mute
crying
his
like a
mic.
baby.
Anyways, so let's talk about the games that we've been playing. So, Brendan, I want you to shut up for a while, and I want to talk to Ant.
Ooh, I'm leaning off that.
Yeah, Ant, you're playing Ashen on
I am.
Xbox, right?
Correct. So, I haven't booted up the Xbox in a long time.
Well,
Xbox One.
yep.
So, I saw the price of Ashen to begin with. It was $40. I was like,
40? 40?
40.
I just did 1-4, but 40?
yeah, you can cut that out.
I'm not going to cut it.
All right. But yeah, I was like, well, I'm not paying that. And I was like, oh, free for Game Pass. Let me do
Just
this.
spend $10 a month, duh, and then cancel it.
$1.
Well, it's one to start.
To
and
start.
then-
Well, see, this is the problem. One, didn't want to give them my information because the last time I did Xbox Live with them, it's a pain in the ass to get your credit card off their system. I remember being charged twice.
yeah, it's annoying to get it off the system. To cancel, it's not too bad.
Correct. So I got it off, and I remember I put in a phony Visa card that I left over.
Perfect.
That I used. But the problem is they test it.
Yep.
So I tried it. It's like, oh, you can't. Like, it doesn't work. It failed payment plan. So I was
Yep.
like, all right, so let's get some Microsoft points. So I got the $15
Yep.
card for it, put that in there, and then they asked for a second verification. So that's what I put. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
You need two forms of proof. So I put in the fake Visa after that. Well, it's not fake. This is nothing on it.
Yeah.
It's a prepaid Visa. So it accepted it. So
Really scamming the system here, huh?
yeah, well, because you can't even do the free trial with.
Okay.
You have to
Without-
have.
Yeah, you got to have
both.
something.
Then the process of downloading these games, it takes fucking forever.
Well, I mean, like downloading, or like finding where to download.
Everything and above, I was just like, let me just boot up my fucking
Welcome to the
PS4.
club.
Yeah.
Welcome
So
to
For those of you that don't have Game Pass is a really great system. Like they have over 100 games that you could download and install, but like to get there to find like the Windows 10 interface is so just convoluted. Like you have to go down to My Games and Apps.
Well,
And then if it's not pinned,
if you're not logged in, you can't do any of like this shit.
Well, they've been advertising it toward the top.
Yeah, you
so
can
you go like
click all the way,
home, blah, 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 and then Games Pass. Which, if it's like your mainstay, it really should be like on the front screen. So I guess you do have a
that would be
opinion
the
there,
expectation is what I wanted. It's just everything that
Did you get Games Pass just to play this game?
Yeah, I did.
I did the same thing with Below
It's-
2 weeks ago.
So, well, I would have. So going on, I wanted Below. I saw Below. It never finished downloading.
Do you have enough space?
Well, that's also a problem. But I don't understand. Like it's a 6 gig game, and it keeps stopping the download. Like it disconnects from the internet, and like from the Wi-Fi. I'm just thinking like I should just probably plug in this cable.
Yeah, you should.
But the Switch has no problem with speeds of down. Like the Wi-Fi, it's not the distance. It's literally right next to my Switch, and it keeps stopping this download.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
And hey, your speeds may vary.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Besides being kicked off in general.
It's probably more of a Comcast issue than...
No, I don't. I mean, Comcast does suck. Don't get me wrong.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
Ashen. Let's talk about Ashen here.
Yeah, it's Dark Souls.
Yeah, it looks like Dark
Yeah.
Souls, but like very minimalized art style.
So it's got the Absolver art style, which
Yep.
is I call like the claymation type art style.
Yeah.
Which was interesting. Story is pretty simple. The light falls from the world, and like the next age that comes on has to restore the light, which is what you're doing as man. Is to restore the world with light. So the combat, it is literally a rip-off. It's everything from combat style. Like when you kill enemies, it gives you souls. They just call it like gourds or something. I can't remember what they call it.
Sure.
When you die, you lose them. You have to go back to get them. If you die a second time, you lose them permanently.
You know what? I'm so glad I didn't try this game.
So you're saying it's just hard as balls? Right?
Well, depending
Well,
on how
hard for me
My balls
and
are pretty
Brian.
soft.
Yeah.
hard,
Tender.
hard balls.
Ugh.
Flexing nuts and hard balls.
Flexing nuts, man.
But-
So you have no difficulty with it?
No, there's always the testing of. So the first boss, I had a lot of difficulty because you fight it in the dark,
Okay.
and it's literally tanking me at this point.
So you said the combat is exactly the same.
No, it's- yeah.
How does it feel, right? So like when you're playing it, is it responsive? Does it
Hits are very responsive. Weapon range and like hitboxes are pretty good. Stamina consumption's a little bit
wonky?
Yeah,
And
it's
floaty.
wonky, floaty, and I haven't gotten necessarily the how to level up type. Like heavy weapons take up. You got 2 shots, and like the problem is for Dark Souls, you could always the second, even if the meter wasn't full, you could still dodge or block. It's
Okay.
like you can't do that with this game.
Okay.
So it'd become a problem if you didn't calculate the exact point of like because like normally in Dark Souls you just memorize the move and you know what the pattern was.
Yeah.
For this you have to do the same thing, only you can't. You have to calculate the distance of his hit.
Oh,
So it's a
okay.
little bit more. I'd say a little bit more difficult in that aspect.
Did you pick this up because it's like Dark Souls? That's what it sounds like. It sounds like...
Yeah.
Did you know going in that it was a Dark Souls
I heard,
clone?
yeah, I heard it was a Dark Souls clone, but I didn't look into any. The only thing I saw from it was the original like art style of the screen, which doesn't bother me any. Like the art style
Yep.
doesn't make too much of a difference. You're there for the gameplay. It's interesting.
Because that's why I didn't pick up this game, was because it's Dark Souls-esque.
Are you good or bad at Dark Souls?
I have never tried it. I just know that it would be an abysmal experience for me. That I'd just be dying and just like, oh, this is good. And the hour number 2, oh, I died again.
I mean, there's
Let
no.
me get
guarantee-
my souls.
So there's-
I
I'm in
don't.
the same boat.
I don't
man.
begrudge
There's
anybody
no
for enjoying the
guarantee.
experience, though.
I do.
Okay, but
You
I don't. I can understand why someone would like it, but it just seems just.
Yeah, but at a certain point, like it's not like you gotta remember because you suck, it's like that.
Yeah. Well,
Like so, at a certain point,
That's
like
exactly what I think.
in
Oh my
Dark
God,
Souls
I
3, I
fucking
could run through the whole. Like you see people beating the game with a fucking banana as a controller.
Well, so like,
Yeah,
do
I
you
did see that.
because Gary always used to say this. After a little while, things just click and you understand,
Correct,
right?
and that's pretty.
How long into gameplay until that click happens? Would you say?
I hasn't clicked yet. That boss has been a
It's
little bit
just
more.
been-
It can
Yikes.
restore health. It's in the dark. I'm sitting there like they don't.
So you're
give me
basically fighting Milk Tank in the dark.
the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah. for the
Remember-
rollout, right?
Yeah.
Rollout.
Oh,
Yeah.
keep,
Roll out.
Milk Tank used to just fucking drink her own milk.
yeah, but the rollout got stronger as it went.
Yeah,
because it was
doesn't-
drinking some milk, so like
He
calcium.
doesn't get the bosses don't get stronger.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, so is it no?
You died to rollout a
Dude,
milk tank?
Yeah, that was,
I
people have
played
a lot of
Silver-
frustration.
I played Silver one time, and I played Soul Silver, and I was like, oh, I'll give this a shot. I like Pokemon. All right, cool. I got to Milk Tank, and I couldn't beat her after, like, I would say 10 times. I couldn't beat her. And I was just like, this game is not as good as
Yeah, but
everyone
you know
says it
basic
is.
strat because you know the weak. Like by then you're like, I played the first one.
Is
I
it
know, I know
normal?
normal's
It's a-
weakness is fighting.
Yeah, but at that point, you're on, like, the third gym, maybe.
Yeah, you don't got fight. You don't
You
know
ain't got
fighting
no fighting
Pokemon.
Pokemon. You have
What are you guys doing?
or something. I don't know. I just never played the game.
Oh. Yeah, but it's still Silver. This is your second playthrough. Oh, you didn't play the first one.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, but
Welcome to
you still, you still
conversation.
know the basic
McFly.
concepts of Pokemon.
Yeah, I played Silver, and you didn't have any problems.
no, I
Milk
know.
Tank
I
never?
know. I know.
It's not
I
surprising.
don't even remember. I
That's
remember.
probably why he plays Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's true.
I just told you I didn't realize Milk
this
Tank
guy,
was
this
such
guy
a problem.
beat Cuphead. Everybody.
Yeah.
No,
Do you-
I didn't beat Cuphead.
Oh,
I
not
got-
a
I didn't
fake
make it.
gamer.
Yeah.
Are you having fun with it though? From the,
I was actually in the beginning until I fought that boss. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
How many times have you died to that boss?
4.
Okay.
But the problem is Dark Souls kind of had it is getting back to the boss because you have to fight all the enemies come back, so you have to refight everything you just killed.
sounds.
And like a lot of people just
Maddening.
rush through it, and then you die by accident. Like the one thing is the learning experience of I didn't know the guy couldn't swim. So there's that argument, like I had died, and I was like, let me just run back to the thing and right into the water, and then you die a second time. It goes, there goes all the
There
souls,
goes all the
or whatever
souls.
they call them,
The gourds.
Gourds.
Engorge.
like Ashen. That's light. I can't remember the name of it, but
Fuck, it doesn't matter. It sounds like you're not going to be playing this game for much longer.
no, I'm gonna get my money's worth out of Game Pass.
Well, yeah, just play
Oh,
other
yeah, you-
games.
But it'll be Ashen.
Hitman. You should do the Hitman.
I'm not
games.
touching Hitman.
You should try Below.
I'm downloading Below
Don't you
now.
hate Below?
I hate Below.
Okay.
But
But,
you
I
gotta-
wanna-
but-
Anthony might like it.
But you gotta like you gotta get far enough to know, like what it like you could. I mean like to know if it's really truly bad or good.
I'm trying to think what's on Games Pass that you would like.
Nothing.
You played all the
Lots of-
Gears.
I went to the
games.
whole list. There's really
Yeah, it's kind of sparse.
the original Tomb Raider was on there. I thought maybe
The new Tomb Raiders are on there too.
not.
Rises, not
I don't-
Shadow.
Shadow, yeah.
Rises. is
Rise, yeah.
Shadow's not.
I saw 1 or 2 of them, but I don't think the newest one was there.
Mm-hmm.
But you also remember that I got to hook up to like downloading these things.
I also suggested what games. Oh, you don't have Xbox Live.
No, I do not.
But a good teaser with games with gold. Celeste is free.
Yeah,
I know I
Celeste is
mentioned it
free
last
right
week.
now.
Yeah. I
Yep.
picked it up just to have.
Yeah, you should. Everyone should. If you have games with gold, you should absolutely download Celeste and give it a try. Even if it's not for you, you should at least try it out.
It'll probably be the best game they have all year. But
Probably.
on games with yeah, but if you
Yeah.
had Game Pass
You're going to get Crackdown. Crackdown 3.
yeah.
on Games Pass,
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah.
Every brand new game that's exclusive to Microsoft,
Microsoft is-
10, Windows 10 and Xbox Live, you can play on Games Pass day and day.
Does crack out because it come out within the month?
It comes out in February.
Maybe we'll see.
It might line up.
Yep.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna play it,
February
though.
15th it comes out.
Do you like Terry Crews? Do you like Destructible Environments? That's
I
your
don't
game
know.
for you.
I'm definitely going to download it and try it. I don't know if it's going to be for me or not. But unless you have anything else to say about Ashen, because you seem a little
No, I'm sorry.
lukewarm
I want
on
to give it more of a shot than just what it kind of got with that boss. If I can't beat it, then I don't want like rocket launcher ninjas coming on here and then
Yeah.
like, me never beating that aspect of it.
Yeah. We all love rocket launcher ninjas around here.
Yeah.
All right. Who's next, Ann? You going to pick me or you going to pick...
Well, you have a lot. Let's go to Cox and hear your Fallout.
Oh, yeah, spoiler alert.
It's not a new game.
No. So I played Fallout 4. The reason I played this is because at the end of last year, we shat on Fallout 76. So I was like, oh, Fallout 76 is terrible. Let me play something where Bethesda was
Let me play another bad game.
was in its stride. And some people would say it's bad, but I think it does what
It's a good game.
it does what 3
Could have
did.
played Evil Within. That's a
And I never actually finished this game.
you know that's a lie.
I never finished it.
You never finished Fallout 4?
No.
Okay. Did you finish it now?
No, I'm about 30 hours in. Give or
It's a
take.
lot of time.
Yeah, it's an RPG. What do you
Yeah,
want?
but you have the problem. Like it seems like with Red Dead, like all that secondary.
Also, he
shit,
hasn't finished Red Dead 2, by the
Yeah,
way.
because all that
keep-
secondary
keep
shit. I mean,
reminding
I
me.
kind of get with the news article. Like you did all this other stuff.
You get lost in the world. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did not.
You don't
the same
stick
thing
to
with
the path.
Fallout. I enjoy the journey. I enjoy the experience. The experience is not just getting to the end.
You know what? It is about the journey, not
You
the
know.
destination.
But
Yeah, but you got to manage that better.
yeah,
Yeah, probably.
you're just
But
like lost in a world.
Yeah, like
doing
what? It's like
nothing.
we have.
that's why we play games. That's why we play games.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, I play games for great
Yeah,
stories.
take
but
your joy and just fucking wander around.
But I also picked up the DLCs, which I never played before. So they have 3 DLCs. They also have other ones which are like
No, it's 4.
design kit things.
It's the craft and shit.
Yeah, yeah. I
It's-
didn't pick those up.
you
But
just
you can.
picked up
That's
the
not
3
even deal- it's
expansions.
free.
really.
The
isn't
3
it?
expansions, yeah. No, they're not free. They're not free
That's
whatsoever.
probably why
So what are the 3 expansions?
Fahaba,
Okay.
let's not do that.
Automatons, and that's the way they advertise it, and Nuka World.
Okay.
I mostly played Far Harbor.
The better. It's probably the best.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
set in Maine.
It was pretty good. Yeah, that one, you go with Nick Valentine, you're trying to find a missing person who's hanging out with synths. And you go to like a different part of the map. Not a part of the map, but it's
It's
Maine.
literally just a cutscene. It's a
Yeah.
black. He takes you on
Yeah.
a boat. You take a boat to Maine from Boston.
And different enemies, you get different guns. You get a harpoon gun, which I thought was cool. Very like fishing, sort of Maney esque.
Okay.
Your partner, you gets a sailor. It's an
Yeah.
old sailor with like he's got the hat. He's got the white beard. I forget his
Yeah.
name.
You're fighting giant lobsters and giant frogs. So
Mutated, I'm imagining.
yeah,
Okay.
Of course.
Of course. Who doesn't love mutated crabs?
and you go to like Arcadia. So lots of different Maine
These
stuff.
ones you can eat though.
Well, do you want to eat these mutated crabs? or
I
not?
did actually. I did.
You would.
Hey, when you're in a pinch, you need health.
Go eat some crabs.
I didn't touch on Nuka World, but from what I've looked at, it seems cool. It seems like
Nuka World's cool 'cause it'd be like if Disneyland had the nuclear, like if it got hit by the bomb, that's what it would look like. It's essentially what they planned on
it's like
doing.
Epcot, but like the way of the future. Just
Like a wasteland.
Probably slightly better than Epcot, to be
Hey,
honest.
you can drink in Epcot, all right?
Well, then, fuck me.
Oh, I thought they have go-karts now too, right?
Epcot.
Yeah.
Epcot does have this.
No,
pretty
they always
awesome-
had go-karts or race.
They have, like-
F1.
They have like
racing.
this. You can like build your own car, so it's just like, okay, these are all the stats I'm gonna have.
No.
And
I
then
thought
you,
there was like you could fucking drive.
You can
shit.
drive, yeah.
Are you talking about
Oh.
the game
No.
or actual Epcot? I've never been to Disney World. So.
Oh my
So
goodness.
you'd get hammered and you just drive the go-karts now. That's how I look at it.
So yeah. Anyways, let's get back to Fahaba, and
yeah.
also for everybody that's not understanding, it takes place in Maine.
Yeah.
Which is northern New England, and Brandon is doing a really bad Boston accent.
Which I shouldn't be.
yeah, you figured it'd be normal, but
Yeah.
But
Well, he's trying to do a Maine accent.
Which
Because
is
those is different.
yeah,
It is
did you know that Maine used to be a colony of
Do not,
Massachusetts?
We
do
do
not
not, yeah.
care.
Well, I just think that's why they added it to Fallout 4. That's why we have a relationship with Maine. But whatever.
We have a
Independent
relationship
state.
with Maine because it's a part of New England.
yeah.
Maybe.
We lend them
Hey,
our sports
everybody,
teams.
you just literally just stopped Brandon dead in his tracks with facts.
And Automaton, I didn't really get to play a lot of
Automaton's the worst.
it. Well, it seems like there's like a superhero conflict,
It's not
like a
superhero.
supervillain, like the
It's just a guy controlling the robots.
would you say is a
Spoiler.
supervillain?
No. How's anyone in a
Okay.
nuclear wasteland technically? They're not really evil.
Well, there's bad people.
How do you know this isn't
So what's enticing you about this game?
Yeah, you need to get to the point.
Well,
You're
I've always-
burying the
Let's
lead.
fucking wrap it up here.
I've always liked this game. I've always liked Fallout in
What has
general.
the DLC been doing for you?
Well, just I
You
mean,
never. I just think
from what I played the Fallout 3 and the Fallout 3 DLC, and this seems to go along a very similar sort of.
But what specifically about Far Harbor are you enjoying?
Oh, I wanted to see the different area of Maine. I wanted to
Okay.
see what.
But
you know,
that's is what their take and artwork is on a mutated Maine. It's pretty
Yeah.
much seeing, like I said, why Nuka World is so interesting because, like I said, it's their take on what they believe to
So
be.
it's kind of like a nuclear
Maine,
like
yeah.
shipping, not a harbor town, really.
like there's like nuclear fog that comes in, and there's like these. It's a little bit of a mystery.
a lot of ports, a lot of
Yeah.
water.
It is actually missing.
Because you're trying to find someone, a
you
missing
have to-
person.
You have to clear
Well,
the fog.
Nick Valentine is the detective,
detective,
yeah.
right? He's the robotic detective.
And it's always a character I've really enjoyed.
he was the homie.
Yeah.
Dog Meat was the homie.
We have a lot of different.
He had the
guys.
glitch. He was awesome.
Dog Meat was the best.
But yeah,
That's
Sugar boy.
because you're a dog now.
Yeah,
now
well,
you,
I mean,
now you know.
I liked Dog Meat before I had a dog.
Yeah, but you can't talk to dog meat. Like Nick Valentine is like, this shit's going crazy. You know, like a robot.
Sure, because
Hancock was really who you wanted.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I've always liked. You know, I've never had an issue with Fallout. That's why I never picked out 76.
Well, you still don't have an issue with it because you didn't pick up 76.
That's
So the only issue with
and I
76
like
is what
living in
I
that.
have
Yeah,
with
your
76.
issue is other people's issues, I
Yeah.
guess, right?
I like living that
Living vicariously through them.
that
Yeah.
blissful ignorance, and I'm fine with that.
You might love it.
until they release
You probably will.
Elder Scrolls.
All the online.
no,
the
he's
new
talking,
one. Yeah.
6.
Yeah, whatever.
Same,
It's 2021.
Same game engine, isn't
3.
it?
That's going to be 2024 at the
we'll see.
earliest. Well, there's there's a Starfield game that
Yeah.
they're making that's before that.
What do you think,
so-
Metro Prime 4 or Elder Scrolls 6?
Metro
Metroid
Prime
Prime
4.
4.
It's going to be out next.
It's already
year.
out.
It's going to be out next year.
Actually,
I've been playing it.
Actually, going news. There's a direct coming out.
Spoiler.
isn't there?
It's rumored. Nothing official yet.
You know this year.
We don't comment on rumors and speculation and sources.
Peakman, Animal Crossing, Luigi's Mansion. This is a good year.
Yeah, we'll see.
And that's it. That's all I got.
All right. So, Steve, do me a favor. Let's start with Old Man's Journey, because this game is kind of similar to, I guess, harbor towns and sailing and a bunch of stuff like this. So, for those of you that don't know what Old Man's Journey is, and I don't expect you to, it is, I believe it came out on mobile first. It's on iOS and Android. I'm playing it on my iPhone, but I think it's on the Switch. I think it's on Xbox. I think it's almost everywhere.
Everything.
I paid $2 for it on mobile. I think it's like $5 to $10, depending on what platform you're picking it up on.
They charge me more on Xbox than every other platform.
But the iPhone, it works perfectly. So the game is this gorgeous, like painterly art style. For the audio listeners, the video listeners, you can.
It's very much like a children's book.
Yeah, it looks very much like a children's
Reminds
book.
me of some children's
I
book.
have it's like cartoon-esque backgrounds that don't look like they can be interactive, but you can actually interact with it. So like, do you remember like old Scooby-Doo cartoons where it was like, oh, Scooby's or Velma's gonna pull out that red book that's very
I thought
clearly
you were going to
brighter.
say pull out her tits, but that's all right.
Wow.
Oh, my glasses.
But like, you can tell.
Which
the
one? She was the
difference.
one with the glasses, right?
Yeah.
No, it's
No, Velma's the one.
There's
with
only
the
2
glasses.
chicks.
Daphne's
There's
the
only
one.
2 girls.
That's true.
Whereas
And
Scooby is.
3 guys.
And 2 guys. Scooby was a dog.
a male dog.
I
Yeah.
thought there was 5 people in the van.
Is he really? Like,
Well,
isn't
there's
that the-
4 people.
Isn't
in
that
it.
the
Including
great
Scrappy
mystery of
Dappy Doo?
Scooby-Doo is that he's not really a dog?
Anyways, so there's like
Scrappy.
background
Is that the
stuff that doesn't look interactive, but you can actually interact with it. So I really enjoyed that. You got to play this game with headphones. It's got really beautiful, kind of calming music. And there are what the game is you're basically clicking, and it's kind of like an adventure game, point and click adventure game, where you're telling this old man, all right, you need to go here. But there, like you can't get to this location. So there's multiple layers that you can drag and drop up and down. So, for example, there's a bunch of rolling hills that you're walking across, right? So you have to drag hill number 1 up higher to connect to hill number 2, but then hill number 2 has to like drop lower, and you can't move the hills while he's on it. So it's a point and click puzzle game,
Gotcha.
and it plays really, really well. It's really it's not like
That's not what I heard
what do you mean?
when you read the review.
Oh yeah,
That crashes all the time.
That was one very sad.
yeah,
fan.
on fucking Google Play Store.
You know,
maybe.
it's an
Did you-
Android problem.
Did you say that you paid money for this?
yeah,
Yeah,
$2.
No, it's $4.99 on Google Play.
Well, that's not surprising to Brian.
Doesn't matter. You fucks on Google Play don't pay for shit anyway.
Yeah, you can just steal the stuff.
There's
No, I meant they're cheap.
Sure.
is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
You're frugal. You're old. Is this the old
Anyways,
man's journey?
That's why you get jack shit.
Goddamn
That's why your
deals.
shit crashes.
That's why you get terrible ports of iOS games. But so like the multiple layers of the background you shift to progress. They're highlighted in yellow to connect to hills, to like rooftops, etc. Like other things that he can walk across to kind of continue on his journey.
So let me ask, if the point of this game is this is like the end of his life, and you're bringing him to,
His death.
yeah.
I don't know because I haven't finished it, but it has magnificent storytelling that you don't. There's no words, right? It's just all
You pick up on.
you kind of pick up on environmental cues and through expression, very similar to Florence. I would say the
All the-
other mobile game
yeah.
that I loved. But this game doesn't really have it doesn't have cutscenes. It has he'll reminisce on his past, and there is a woman, clearly his wife, that is either not with him from divorce or death,
Or guiding him, or it's just him remembering.
It's just him remembering her.
Okay, yeah.
So I haven't finished the game, but I think it takes like anywhere from 2 to 4 hours to beat. I'm enjoying it so far, but it's one of those games that I think it might be a Bri Cry game.
At the end?
At the end.
Good way to end
Well,
this
the problem,
segment.
the problem with that would be is you want to be at work and you finish it, and then everyone just hears you cry.
No,
Oh.
he's going to be on the shitter.
I'm gonna
That's
be
what,
honest.
that's what I'm saying.
Cry.
Ooh, is it-
That's
is
That
it
sounds
two?
way worse than being at my cubicle.
Bri Cry shitter game?
Yeah.
No.
got a new category.
Yeah. But
Do you need a tissue book?
if that
I'm at
sounds
the final
like
10 minutes.
magnificent storytelling and just great art styles sound like your cup of tea, then this game might be worth checking out. But if not, hard pass.
Skip on it.
The next game that I want to talk about is Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. So, I haven't played any of the new Donkey Kong games. So I dabbled in.
Well, you played the Wii one, right?
I dabbled in that one.
Oh, Sweden.
So like that's the one you had to like shake the controller and like do a bunch of shit.
I didn't get that one.
Yeah, that one was not good, from what I remember. So
Is that the one with the maracas?
no,
bongos?
The bongos.
They had the bongos.
No.
Did they have one with maracas?
No,
It's on the GameCube though.
no.
I don't know.
So let me get back to my point. Thank
Go
you.
ahead.
So Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is I skipped it on the Wii U because I don't really care about Donkey Kong games, but everyone's been kind of ramping this up, raving about how good
It is a good.
it's the best. You know, they're like, oh, it's the best Donkey Kong game, blah blah blah. And I'm playing through it, and it really makes me reminds myself of why Donkey Kong games aren't good.
well.
Like, I'm enjoying myself. I'm having fun playing the game for sure because it reminds me of
the original
the original ones, which
Donkey Kong Country.
Donkey Kong Country 1, 2. I wasn't a huge fan of 3, but I really liked
Like
1 and
Dixie
2.
Kong. Yeah.
Baby was when they introduced, in 3, they introduced Baby Kong, which was.
Actually, I don't know if I. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's neither here nor there. But the game, it doesn't blow me away on any aspects. Like, it doesn't blow me away with art style. It looks like a upgraded Wii game.
Yeah, at the time it was, but at the time they were hyping, it was what 60 frames per second, 1080p.
I mean, it
So it
plays
looks-
fine, but also like gameplay wise, these games have never been as tight as Mario, right? They're
yeah.
different, and that's a good thing because you don't want to just basically reskin Mario. You want it to be slightly different. So
Donkey Kong games in general, you mean?
yeah, just in general.
Yeah, because I feel like, because I played the first one.
The new Donkey Kong Country 3D or whatever it was.
Well, no, the one on the Wii.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
whatever
that one is.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever that one was.
And
called.
I felt I controlled just as well as, say, some of the new Super Mario games that
Really?
were on the Wii. Yeah.
So this
I didn't
one-
think they were like...
This one feels well.
You're
they're-
right about
they're
the
distinctively
Super
different.
Nintendo ones. Very loosey-goosey.
This one feels very loosey goosey as well to me.
And
At
boss-
least.
But the new
and
Super
boss
Mario
fights
Brothers
is-
did, too, to me. I never felt they were
You
controlled
know
that
what,
well.
Steve?
The
I
new
agree
Super
with
Mario
that.
Brothers did,
I agree
yeah.
with that. But yeah, like Anthony, you were
honestly-
mentioning the boss fights.
Yeah, the boss fights are the worst part about
I disagree. I think the best part of this game are the boss fights.
control wise. I didn't feel
Did you played all the way through Tropical Freeze or no?
not all the way through. No,
Okay, so I just beat a blowfish boss.
All right.
It's an underwater blowfish boss.
yeah, I didn't like the underwater.
Yeah, that's very difficult. You know what? Also, I don't like. So for those of you that have never played a Donkey Kong game, you get the minecart levels, which are known.
Tough as
Yeah, they're pretty
Yeah.
tough, and you have to. You're just in a cart, and you just have to jump.
is that the one
And
that was
avoid
floating in
things.
the air?
The fucking rocket ship barrel ones. Have you played?
I just remember
Do
one
you
of
remember them?
them. It was a pain. I just remember it. One of them was a pain in the ass.
So there's a new one where they still have the classic minecart levels.
Yeah, it's,
But now there's one where you have to keep tapping a button or hold a button to like
Speed up and
You're
slow down.
basically just on this floating barrel, and every time you press a button, it kind of slowly pushes you up. This controls so poorly that I've literally stopped playing the game and had to like
take a breather and
take a
just-
breather before fucking smashing my Switch onto the floor.
Yeah,
But-
I remember there's a few control. I remember this like it's reminiscent of the old ones, so they try to imitate the minecart. But like I said, it's not perfect, but it's the best Donkey Kong since Country. I mean,
Well, yeah, that's exactly. It's the best Donkey Kong since Donkey Kong Country 2. Yeah, and that includes
which-
64. Don't look at me like
yeah, it's 64 doesn't count.
Have a sunset level on it?
Not that I've seen yet.
Have you played that level?
Yeah, I
That's
did.
my favorite.
Well, yeah,
That
it's,
art style and that level was unreal.
yeah, and I'm like waiting for that. Nothing. I haven't gotten anything from that yet.
Yeah, that's like it's the new Donk, you know.
Yeah, it's the new Donk of
for
Donkey
Donkey
Kong.
Kong.
Yeah. So
Even though that came out first.
it's weird because I am enjoying my time with it and I'm having fun playing it, but I have a lot of issues with it. So, and again, I got this for Christmas. I got it as a present.
See if it'd bring you back into Donkey Kong.
Because yeah, like I just really haven't played a good Donkey Kong game since Donkey Konga. Just kidding.
Maybe.
That game fucking stinks.
Maybe because there hasn't been a good
That
Donkey
well,
Kong game.
that was the whole thing, right, Brandon? Because a lot of people have said like, "Oh yeah, it's just Donkey Kong," but everyone was raving about Tropical Freeze,
Yeah.
and maybe it was because there was nothing to play on the Wii U at the time.
It's new.
But
Well, it's not new. It's
no, it was
New-ish.
for the time, and everyone was saying like how great it
yeah.
was, and maybe it was so great because it was great in comparison to everything else that the Wii U had, which was nothing.
I mean, I had a soft spot.
Wii U, I don't know.
At the time, let's just
Donkey
remember,
Kong was
every
early.
6 months there was a game for the Wii U.
True.
So like people were like, "Holy shit, a first party! Yeah, let's do that." With the Switch, it's just like,
Wii U had some great games.
Mario
Breath of the
Maker.
Wild.
That's why they're all on Switch, pal.
Mario Maker is the one they haven't done.
Well, maybe
you
Mario
think
Maker
they'll
2.
You think they'll remake that, or
I think they'll make a sequel.
second one, yeah.
that was very successful?
I actually don't think we'll ever get one.
I hope we do,
Yeah.
but
Because you love that.
Everyone loved
You,
that.
Yeah,
you really enjoyed that.
I think a lot of people did. Yeah. But I don't really have much else to report on Donkey Kong, unfortunately.
So how far are you in it?
So maybe World 5, I think. I'm on World 5. I think the Blowfish was the 4th boss.
Yeah, I remember he sucked.
Yeah, the Blowfish was a little difficult to beat.
Him and then the end. I think they did the end boss. It was the walrus.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
It's the guy you see the guy in the beginning of the game.
Oh,
who
okay.
comes in with the ship and
Yeah.
he's the main boss of the game.
Gotcha. You know what? I don't want to know, but I'm hoping for someone to make an appearance. But I don't want to look at you because you'll spoil it.
I actually might not remember. You would have
Perfect.
already saw who it was. And
No, then
someone made an
Does
appearance.
his name begin with a K
yes,
and end with a rule?
yes. I'm hoping King K. Rool shows up at some point, and I don't know if
yeah.
he does, but I'm hoping he does.
Well, is there any other Donkey Kong villain?
Yeah, this walrus
Mario.
guy.
Yeah, well.
But moving on from Donkey Kong, the last game that we have is a PSVR game. So I've been continuously playing Tetris Effect, but what the fuck is this?
It's my.
What the
Paper.
fuck is this?
Oh man,
Dude, we told you to pick that shit up.
So
All right.
Get this.
This is great.
we're playing Moss, and Moss is a PSVR game that actually made me very interested in picking up a
VR.
PSVR. So you play as what they call the reader. You play as a
mouse.
No, you play as the reader. So when you're in VR, right, you are almost a spectator, this human-esque, humanoid person in a
So
mouse
it's like the
world.
ruler of the whole. Like you're watching. It's like a mouse fight. I want to say the other word, but
No. So you're playing as
I don't even know what the other word is.
It was-
Cockfight?
Yeah, it was. Just,
Oh.
no, you're just playing.
Dogfight?
You're playing as
Could be
a
dogfight.
like a humanoid thing. You're just called the reader, and they're aware that you are there. So Quill is the little mouse that you control. So you control her with the analog stick. She has for lack of better, like I'm doing a terrible job of explaining it, but
No, it's-
the game is
I think of Ratatouille. It's just
like an action.
it's a partnership, really.
Yeah, it really is a partnership. So you play as her, and she it's like a puzzle platformer action game. So you start off in a forest, and she's like, oh, like Quill needs to get back home to see her uncle. So in order to get back home, she needs to kind of figure out how to get from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen, and it's all in 3D. and you can put your head forward and back, and the camera angle changes.
So it's never a bad angle within the.
Well, that's the thing is that you need to stand up or sit down to see the different angles. So it's almost as if you're looking at if someone made like a little maze, and that mouse is in the maze, and you need to help her figure out how to get
so
to
you have
the
to
cheese.
get up
So
to
you have to
see-
like stand up to see the top part, and it's not just a maze. It's like, okay, so there's a wall here, but what's behind that wall? Is there any like spikes or dangerous things that she could get hurt from being back there? So you kind of have to stand up, check. So like you'll stand up, and the angle,
Look a
the
top-down
camera
angle.
angle changes with you. So you're the eyes and ears. So you're seeing everything as the reader, who is this giant being
So that's
next
actually-
to Quill.
So is this like a mouse maze?
No.
No.
He's explained. So it's kind of just one of those things where like it does it in a way that it makes the VR as if you're seeing it as like you're an
you're the
overseer
Yeah.
with the
being,
VR.
right?
Yeah.
So
And
it
you're looking down on
incorporates that.
something that the thing has to go through.
It's like I'm watching the mice from Cinderella right now.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, well, like, so think of it as a normal, like, 3D platforming game.
Yeah.
Where she has to jump up onto one platform. She can't make the jump to the next one. So there's a block there. You can grab this block with the controller and pull it out as if you were playing the big ethical humanoid being.
For her, yeah.
For her to then cross. And then she can kind of, go on her way. So they do a really clever job of interacting the mouse Quill and the characters in the mouse world.
If
So
you had a baby and you
Your
had to watch
perspective
it,
is static.
No, it's dynamic.
Okay, so
So your
Yeah.
perspective changes. So you have the mask on you at all times. Obviously, you're playing PlayStation VR, but if you're sitting down and looking at the screen like a normal game that you would be playing, you would see it from
one perspective.
eye level, right? So you could see everything. So if the block that she has to climb to is above your eye level, you have to stand up to see what's on top of that. So when you stand up, the camera shifts with your person as if you were really there.
that's actually very interesting because I feel like if it wasn't VR, it would have to be a static view, right?
But
Like
that's-
usually games are static view.
No.
You could just take the
That right
like
analog
a C,
stick,
yeah, the right analog stick,
and then change the
look
camera
around.
angle. So think of
Not even you could use it to pan, like because basically what's happening is he pans the camera
Yeah.
with his head, so he looks around. But you could easily do that
With an
a
analog
right
stick.
analog
It's just
stick, no
making
problem.
it's just incorporating the VR aspect.
But you don't control Moss.
yes, you control
Okay.
Quill.
Quill.
So Quill is your left analog stick,
Mm-hmm.
and she plays just like a normal character. So she jumps with X, attacks with her sword with the square button,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think that's she dodges with the two of them. Everything else that you interact with in the world is things that you do as a person in the VR headset. So let me give you an example. So there's a cart that's on a track that Quill has to get onto and move like further on down the line, let's just say, further on past the screen. So I have to like pull a lever so that way the cart unlocks. She just gets into the cart. I pull the lever back up and it starts going, but there further on down is
jumping.
there's a barricade, one of those what are those things called where they
blockade.
yeah, it's like a blockade. So you literally have to grab the blockade and pull it up so that way she can continue on. So there's lots of things that you can interact with as a human to help her progress in the adventure. So it's all about understanding like, okay, this is what Quill has to do in this scenario, and this is what the human, the reader, I have to do in this scenario to help us progress. So there's lots of really cool little moments where if you do something that you do it well the first time or something like that, Quill will literally look directly at you and she'll hold up her hand and you can like
high five.
you take your controller and you reach down and you high five her and she's just like click high five and she like so where on the screen, like on VR, you have this like blue orb, and that's like where your hand is. That's where you move the controller around with. And I'm sure Steve is seeing that, and the video watchers
The only one.
are seeing that as well. But it's kind of hard to explain. So audio listeners, you should definitely go check out the YouTube video at youtube.com/pixelatedpoints.
It does seem very interesting.
It is the best use of VR that I've seen so far of the few games that I've used VR on. Because Tetris Effect is just like, oh, okay, this is cool.
It's seeing
Shits
Tetris
are-
in front
yeah,
of you.
it's Tetris right in
different.
front of me. And
But this seems to
It's worth the purchase.
take
of.
all the elements of VR and sort of
well, from what I've seen,
make them
it,
part of the gameplay.
it uses it in an extremely unique way that
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen VR been used. Like I feel connected with this mouse on their journey.
Yeah.
To save her uncle. So you get back, spoilers, you get back to the apartment. He has to, go do something. And then they're like, hey, you got to go save him.
Would you want to see more
mouse.
games like this? In a way, not
I would.
platform-
Let me just tell you right now,
VR-wise,
if,
but not platformers, but like
if
other
someone,
genres.
If
Like,
someone was like, hey, we're working on Moss 2, I'd be all on board. I'd be there day one.
but as a platformer, say like horror or shooter.
So I'm not a horror guy.
Yeah.
Right now, I got PSVR for the platforming games. So I have Moss and Astrobot. The next game on my list is Beat Saber. After that, I'm looking into first person.
People also say like
shooters.
Ace Combat would be something like flying an
that'd be
airplane.
great.
Yeah,
It's
that
a
would
great
be really-
virtual- There's
yeah.
a lot of different. I mean, don't get me wrong. Horror is just one that's like it's better with VR because of the genre it is.
I think that can be great with VR.
Like racing VR is what.
Yeah,
stuff
racing would
like-
be great. But I think that they use it they use VR in a clever way. It's not just your normal like, oh, okay, we're just going to put you in a cockpit. We're just going to put you in the racing seat. This is something where, okay, you are a human. This is a mouse. How do those two things interact, and how can you make interesting experiences by using VR in kind of telling the story? It's very similar to Ratatouille, but instead of
making food,
making food, you're kind of helping
saving your uncle.
You're saving a mouse's uncle. But I think
Yep.
that's it, Steve. Are you giving me the? Do we get another?
That's not.
You can do whatever you want.
But
What the fuck is that?
it's a
This is a
Fitbit. You know what? I'm gonna stop you there.
Save that for the after show.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching another episode of the Tangent Podcast. This is episode 199 for the week of January 7th, 2019.
Almost 200.
Almost 200. Actually, next week, next Thursday, we'll be recording, and we're going to have more details on our Patreon. We are launching a Patreon, so if you want to see us continue to make content, please let us know by supporting us at the $1, $5, or $10 tier, or just follow us on social media at PXLPTS or at Tangent_podcast. For myself, I am at It's a Me BT. Brandon, you are.
Bcox1776.
Anthony.
At Margin_Erebus.
God Mike back there.
At Steven_Sal.
And that's going to be it for another great episode